Hello everyone. In this video, going to share about anonymous classes in Java. So far, we had looked at defining a class within an enclosing class, a normal inner class, and within a method, that is, method local inner class. Now, we are going to look at the third type of inner class with the most unusual syntax that you might ever see in Java. Inner classes without any class name at all. Hence the word anonymous. An inner class without a class name is anonymous class or anonymous inner class in Java, a nameless class. Only a single object is created for anonymous classes. As it doesn't have a name, it cannot have constructor because we already know that constructor name is the same name as the class. Predominantly, anonymous classes are used when you want to create an object instance with certain extras such as overriding methods of a class or interface without having to actually subclass a class. My pronunciation is not that great. Please forgive me for any mispronunciations. The views shared are only personal opinion, does not intend to hurt anyone's sentiment. Recommend discretion. Syntax of anonymous classes. As per Oracle Java docs, an anonymous class is an expression. The syntax of an anonymous class expression is like the invocation of a constructor, except that there is a class definition contained in a block of code. The anonymous class expression consists of the following: the new operator, the name of an interface to implement or a class to extend, parenthesis that can contain the arguments if any, a body, which is a class declaration body. In the body block, method declarations are allowed, but statements are not. Example: note, we can declare the following in anonymous classes as follows: fields, extra methods, even if they do not implement any methods of the super type; instant initializers, local classes. Rules for anonymous classes. An anonymous inner class can extend a class or can implement an interface, but not both at a time. We cannot write any constructor for anonymous classes as constructor requires a class name which anonymous class does not have. An anonymous class has access to the members of its enclosing class. An anonymous class cannot access local variables in its enclosing scope that are not declared as final or effectively final. You cannot declare static initializers or member interfaces in an anonymous class. An anonymous class can have static members provided that they are constant variables. Types of anonymous inner class: anonymous inner class that extends a class, anonymous inner class that implements an interface, anonymous inner class as an argument. The example with the syntax that we saw earlier is for the anonymous inner class that extends a class. We will look at some more examples to understand each type in detail. To show example for the first type, anonymous inner class that extends a class had created a class profile defining a method print type which will print default profile type customer. Created a class demo type extends class. Inside the main method, first creating an object for the profile class and calling the print type method. After that, for a special case, I want print as employee profile instead of mentioning default profile type customer. So creating another object, while this time defining an anonymous class that overrides the profile class method print type and printing what we want as output. Let's execute and verify the execution flow. So on the first object call, it goes to the method inside the profile class, while the second object executes the anonymous class definition provided with overridden method. The output is printed as expected. For the second type of anonymous inner class that implements an interface, had created an interface engine printed type inside it, had created another class demo type implements interface inside the main method for the interface engine, creating an anonymous class and overriding the method printed type to print V8 engine. Now the question may arise: we know interfaces cannot be instantiated. Then how come here we are using new keyword and defining? Well, this code is not instantiating. It's just the shortened syntax of an anonymous class, a class without name. It implements engine interface. Something like this. Let's execute and verify. The output is printed as expected. Anonymous inner class that implements an interface type is probably one of the most used types on real world scenarios. Finally, example for anonymous inner class as an argument. Created an abstract class vehicle which contains an abstract method print color. Then created a class called car that has a public method print properties. This method has the abstract class vehicle instance as an argument inside the method calling print color method of vehicle abstract class. Now creating a class demo type as argument inside the main method, creating an object for car class. Through the object, calling the method print properties where the vehicle argument is passed through anonymous inner class. With anonymous inner class as an argument, overriding the print color method to print Ferrari red. Let's execute and verify. The out is printed as expected. Anonymous inner classes are widely used in Java projects. On most of the enterprise projects that I had worked, they had anonymous inner classes, especially while working related to threads, used them a lot. With later versions of Java, I was able to make use of lambda expression instead of anonymous classes on some cases, but not on all scenario. In a manner, anonymous inner class often comes as a convenience. Considering the amount of usage on real-time projects, having a clear understanding of anonymous inner classes is essential for a good Java programmer. Once again, similar to any inner classes, I recommend to use it only when you see a clear advantage. Thank you.